Hello everyone, my name is Cheryl and welcome back to Meta Tarot Readings. Welcome to all of my new and returning subscribers. And again, thank you so much for all of your love, your support, the amazing messages and feedback that I've been receiving, for your comments, for your likes, your shares, for your subscribes, for all of that and more. Thank you for helping to keep me 1000%, this channel 1000%, by validating these messages from Spirit, and that these messages from Spirit mean something to you. So all of that beautiful stuff being said, whoa, my throat. Interesting. I think that could also be related to the deck that I'm going to be using for this particular session. I know that for some of you, I'm probably not the only tarot card reader that you watch. No judgment there, by the way, because it's really important to get different viewpoints and different opinions. And I always encourage everyone, you never take anyone's word for anything. And you only take what resonates, most importantly. But one of the consistent themes, I mean, myself, there's maybe only one or two tarot card readers that I watch once in a while as well, right? Because I am a big believer in also doing the work. But there has been this consistent theme. And in the reading before this theme seems to have been going on for at least 3 to 5 years. And it concerns the betrayal of a divine feminine by a divine masculine who worked in cahoots with other energies to cause a separation, to cause a breakdown. And, whether you're following me or following anyone else, the readings are all really clear. This divine feminine, this empress energy, as she has been appearing, and again, you can switch the genders however it resonates, she's doing well for herself. She climbed out of whatever pit or hole that this divine masculine and his friends, family, whoever it was that was involved, threw her into, and has continued to build and make something of her life. And he has been forced to watch her do this, while things over in his corner, particularly surrounding two karmic individuals, namely a male and a female, a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups, as they've been showing up in my readings, particularly their involvement, and just how far these people went in trying to destroy someone simply because they were divine. But as it's been coming up in all the readings, it was also for money. It was also for power. But most importantly, to gain power and control over another human being, over their existence, over their life. And that's what made it really gross, right? Really hokey. Because whomever this karmic masculine, karmic feminine are, they weren't content with breaking up a relationship, situationship, friendship, whatever it was that the divine masculine had between this divine feminine. They took it even further, and they recruited and brought other people in order to turn them against this said energy as well. So as we all know, that is backfiring, right? We're all familiar with that story. We all know what went down. So I decided to pull out the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. I don't even know how much of these cards I will be able to show you, General Collective. I will be honest with you. It is probably one of my most, how shall I put it, descriptive sexually, in terms of the images that are portrayed on these cards. But the metaphors, the messages are wonderfully powerful. And I literally took the cards on a test run, like 2 or 3 times before I came in front of the camera to attempt a reading, because I wanted to make sure, just in terms of morality, in terms of ethics, I wasn't stepping on anyone's toes, which is why, I've been given a big disclaimer at the start of this video, or in the description at least, where I'm giving another disclaimer here. because I don't want anyone to watch this reading and become offended by the images or by the information that will be offered. So again, I'm going to try to be careful when I show these images. I figure if YouTube censor me, they're going to censor me. I'm going to go through all the appropriate channels in terms of uploading this video, explaining the images and also their relevance, right, to these energies that are coming forward now. But I found it offered a beautiful and even a more unique perspective on whatever this situation was that occurred that made a divine masculine walk away from a divine feminine and literally choose either a family, a group, a community. Again, however these storylines have been resonating with you, chose to go over there instead of building his love and abundance with you here. So again, the deck is called the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. So let's see what messages we have from this tarot deck. What can you tell us about this divine masculine and this divine feminine? What additional information can you offer as spirit surrounding this situation? And look at this. Actually, I can show you this card. It's the Six of Coins. So this situation involved sharing of some kind. Do you notice the woman in the picture? The fact that she is with this gentleman here, but she's clearly got something going on with this woman here. And do you notice she's kind of got her finger to her mouth? She's keeping a secret. She's keeping a secret, right? Because there's some sharing that's going on. What I'm being told is this whole situation began surrounding sharing of some kind that went too far. It feels as if this woman is not just sharing in the affections of this man, she's also sharing in the affections of this woman. Okay, she's also sharing. So this could have been a three-party situation or a group of three family members, 3 friends, 3 community members who came together under the guise of sharing. 6 of Coins, sharing abundance, sharing philanthropy. But again, with the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams, we know that they were sharing more than that, right? And there's a strong feeling of bisexuality, same-sex activity, right? We have the woman in the middle, we have the gentleman on one side and the woman on the other. So there was some type of sharing that was going on, but within this sharing there was some deceit. Someone was keeping a secret, right? Someone was keeping a secret. And look here, what's in that woman's hand? It's a money bag. So it's as if this woman who is flirting with this man, what she's taking from this man, she's handing sneakily back to this woman. So the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams is letting me know that this situation arose because someone, under the guise of sharing, wasn't sharing. They were actually stealing from someone, stealing money, stealing affection, and they were doing it through sexual means. You can see where her hand is hovering, right? And how this guy is looking at her in complete ecstasy, unaware of what's going on. He's handing his money. It's clear he's sharing whatever coins he has with this woman, with coins he has with this woman. And this woman, she's looking him straight in the eyes, and she's handing off his money to this woman behind her who's holding the secret. He's holding the secret. So this divine masculine was duped. This divine masculine could have been involved with 2 other women. These 2 other women, they could have been friends. Again, they could have been third parties. They could be 2 individuals from within his family or 2 individuals from within the community. But either way, what was supposed to have been sharing was actually stealing. Because again, there was some type of sexual innuendos that was being used, almost like blowing sunshine up his butt, but she's taking from him and she's secretly giving to this woman behind her. So whomever this third person is that was also involved in this situation, there was always someone else that was party to what was going on. And I do feel, okay, that this is definitely the divine masculine. This is definitely the two karmics, but the two karmics in this card are showing up as two women. So this was most definitely about money. And we do know this from the previous readings as well. So someone was flirting, using their sexuality, pretending to be sharing, flirting, you know, obviously, because I think this is also an older gentleman as well. I'm getting a lot of clarification from the other readings just coming through on this one card. So maybe the divine masculine that you were dealing with is someone who was older. Again, doesn't have to be. Normally, a divine masculine is an emperor energy. This person could be an Aries, 50 years of age or older. But this guy allowed himself to literally, I'm hearing, be cockholded, because whatever money he gave to this person, she was turning around and giving it to someone else. Whoa, this just flew out. Look at this. And again, the graphic nature of the cards. So this is the moon. I'm not going to hold it up for too long, which is why I pulled it back down as quickly as I did. For those of you that did catch the image in the card, she is exposing herself to two phalluses with arms and legs that are dancing in front of her. Almost as if she's trying to lure these two phalluses towards her. And these two phalluses seem to be teasing her, all right? And okay, so again, it can be difficult not to get caught up in the sexual imagery, but in terms of the energy, the tarot, the message is pretty clear, particularly because it symbolizes the moon card. There was deception and deceit that was being used to lure someone sexually into a situation where the truth was not fully revealed. And again, because I am seeing two phalluses in this picture, that this woman is trying to lure towards her by having her legs spread, by lifting up her dress and kind of teasing them towards her. I feel, again, this was a three-party situation because we have that female energy. Again, switch the genders however it resonates. We have that female energy in this card, the protagonist, the one who is the seductress, the one who is doing the luring, right? Here, she's teasing, she's flirting, she's getting exactly what she needs from this man, right? And taking it and giving it to this woman behind her who's holding a secret. And here she's trying to lure, I'm going to say, two male energies towards her. But again, it's under deceit. It's all being done under the cover of the moon. There was a deceitful nature, meaning behind separating this divine couple. And again, it was to do with money. And again, it is that group energy. There is at least 3 people that are directly involved in what happened to this Empress, that divine feminine, and why, who are aware of the truth of why it happened. And what these 2 cards are telling me right now is that the divine masculine, the Emperor energy, in all of this, allowed himself to become seduced sexually, become seduced monetarily, except I'm not sure if he realized, or maybe he realizes now, that he was being used and stolen from the entire time. There is absolutely no honor. There was no real love here in the situation that he left this Empress for. Wow. Look at this. And to further clarify, we have the 5 of coins. We see a woman here, okay? She's on her bed, bent over, offering her genitalia to, it looks like 2 leering old men, okay? 2 leering old men. She's offering herself for oral sex to these two leering men. Now, these two leering men, they look almost like devils. It's the Five of Coins. Someone sold themselves out for money. That, I'm getting that so strong. Someone sold themselves out for money. Someone gave themselves, literally. I don't want to use the word prostitution, but someone absolutely used their sexuality in order to gain control over a situation, over a divine masculine that is now backfired because they're in the Five of Coins. And I feel that the reason that they're bent over, offering themselves to these two leering, and again, they look like older men, their features are almost impish, almost devilish. Someone is pulling themselves out on the line because they feel that they've got nothing left. They've got nothing left. I'm hearing they want to keep offering themselves out. Oh my gosh, it sounds really gross. They're offering themselves out in the hopes that something would come in. Nothing is coming in because they're still in the Five of Coins. So I feel that someone's still continuing to sell themselves literally down the river in this situation because they are feeling the loss of everything that they did, but they have no other way, no other means of figuring a way out of this situation. So they're continuing to resort to their own tricks. Thank you, Spirit. They're continuing to resort to their own tricks. So whomever it was that this divine masculine became involved with, these two energies, right? Because they've shown up as a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups. And in these cards, I've seen two women here, two men here, and two men here. This was definitely 3 or more people that were involved in the breakup between this divine masculine and this divine feminine, who are now in an uproar, right? 5 of Coins. They are doing the most. They are doing the most in order to pull people onto their side, in order to get people to believe whatever lies or manipulations it was that they put out surrounding this divine feminine, surrounding this emperor, because they got caught. The truth of how they were sharing and what they were doing has become revealed. They weren't sharing, they were taking, they were stealing, and they were splitting the proceeds amongst themselves. This was never about having love for the divine masculine, for this emperor. It was all about what he had, what he could offer. And he was so cuckolded, right? He allowed himself to get so caught up in whatever flowery language, whatever it was that they were telling him. Again, blowing sunshine literally up his ass. He was loving it, right? Loving it so much he could not see that he was being deceived by these two energies, right? Who were using their prowess to lure him in, to pull, and they did. It succeeded, right? It succeeded. Look at this. I've just noticed. Do you see these devils here hiding off in the corner? So this was a complete setup, right? Someone plotted to come after this divine masculine, to take him from this divine feminine, and now this energy is 5 of Coins, left out in the cold. They've been found out, but it hasn't stopped them from still trying to pull people onto their side. They are still offering themselves. Again, take that however it resonates, but they are still doing things, right? Sexually or otherwise. It does not have to be sexual. It's just the imagery on the cards, right? To help bring the interpretation home. But someone, they're already spiritually impoverished. They've already been left out in the cold. This is their only way, thank you, Spirit, of receiving attention. So they're still exposing themselves in the hopes of drawing people onto their side, but it's failing miserably. I'm just going to answer one more card from this deck, okay? If I could get one more card surrounding this situation. And there we have it. The Queen of Swords. There we have the Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with a female energy who is a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Okay, I'm actually going to pull out the book on this one because I'm really curious about the Queen of Swords' presence in all of this. Meaning, feminism, rigorous self-reliance, independence, actions motivated by obstinacy and unwillingness to obey to anybody. Motivation, a desire to make a career through sex. Sexual attraction to the partner is based on some common intellectual interests. State, cold calculation, ability to control one's passion. Peculiarities or deviations, a desire to provoke hate in other people. Wow. This is why I said to you, these cards have been incredibly thorough in kind of dissecting this energy in a different way. This Queen of Swords is one of this group of three that interfered with the divine feminine and with the divine masculine. So again, one of these energies, because in the past reading, it was a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups. Now this Queen of Cups is coming in as a Queen of Swords. So something has changed since the previous reading. Something has changed, and I feel that she has become just as cold and just as calculated as the King of Swords was in that previous reading, because she recognizes it's over. She recognizes it's over. And I feel right now for this Queen of Swords, it's all about self-preservation. You know, there was definitely the energy of narcissism surrounding the King of Swords in the previous reading. And I'm definitely feeling that narcissistic energy here with the Queen of Swords, because right now it is about saving what she believes that she has. And if that means having to cause disruption, if that means having to stoke up hate, right? Because even though she knows that she's been left out in the cold, people know the truth, she is still obscenely, and again, switch the genders however it resonates, she's still offering herself out to the people that are observing this. And when I say offering out, she is still pushing the narrative, right? There is still a narrative being pushed as to why what she did, wow, thank you, Spirit, as to why what she did was okay. As to why it was okay to come between this divine masculine and divine feminine. As to why it was okay, even though now everybody sees it was about getting with this individual, doing and saying everything that was necessary in order to get her hands on his money so that she could share it with whatever partner, group, community, or family dynamic that this individual was involved in. There was trickery, there was deceit and manipulation that was used with this moon card in order to lure in this divine masculine energy, and he fell for it, right? Because it's not just her that's in this Five of Coins, it's him as well. Because the truth is out there. And now she has joined him in the sword energy. Because again, in the previous reading, he was the King of Swords, she was the Queen of Cups. She was horribly emotional. Now she is the Queen of Swords because she recognizes this is the only way to ensure her own self-preservation. The only way. She can think of rescuing herself out of a situation where she has been fully exposed for who she is. I also feel that whomever this divine masculine is that was duped by those karmic energies, again, it's in previous readings, it's been a male and a female. Here I'm seeing two women. Here I'm seeing two men. So again, there could be some same-sex involvement that's also happening here too. But all of this began simply because someone else wanted what someone had and went through the most in order to try to take it from them. So anything else that we should know about this, Spirit? Look at this, the Magician. And I'm just going to leave it there, right? It was all about manipulation. Look at the mask that this gentleman is wearing in order to pleasure the woman in front of him while he has a woman underneath him. Again, it's that whole three-party situation, right? We have a man here with two women. So in the first card, we have a man with two women. The second card, we have a woman luring in two penises with demons looking on. Then we have the two men again. Then we have the Queen of Swords, who recognizes that she needs to do something and do something very quickly in order to protect herself. Spirit's saying, it's everyone knows the Magician. Someone was wearing two faces. Someone was deliberately manipulating the divine masculine in order to get what they wanted. And, let's be called, devil's advocate. The divine masculine allowed himself to be manipulated. He allowed himself to be used. And I do feel he was getting what he wanted out of the situation, right? He wanted to be the leader of the pack. He wanted to be popular. He wanted to be well known. He did not seem to recognize that the only reason that these women, all the man and woman, all the two men, all the two women, again, however it resonates with you, General Collective, they were only out for one thing, and that was his money, that was status, that was power. And he obviously thought that he was able to get that through them as well. But now everyone's aware, the Magician, it was nothing but a freak show. It was nothing but a freak show. And again, I'm getting that strong sense of bisexuality. So the divine masculine could have been having sexual relations with other men. The karmic feminine that's involved in this could have been having sexual relations with other women. The karmic masculine that's involved in this. Again, these three energies that work to separate the divine masculine from the divine feminine, it's possible maybe that all three of them are sleeping together. But what's clear is that they enlisted the help of friends, family members, community, in order to acquire a certain lifestyle, a lifestyle that seems primarily centered around money, primarily centered around sex, because not in any of the cards pulled is there any mention of love. Is there any mention of commitment? And I keep being drawn back down to that Magician card. The fact that even though this man is with two women, he is still wearing a mask. He is still wearing a mask. So again, General Collective, it tells me that this divine masculine never, ever knew who he was really dealing with. And whoever these karmic energies were, that he allowed to manipulate him, because he was doing some manipulating too, right? Because if you are resonating with this, he ghosted you. He walked out on you. Again, switch the genders however it resonates. And it was because he thought he was walking into something that would give him more power, more star clout, more celebrity, definitely more sexual activity. Because what I'm getting from this too is there was a lot of partner mixing. And again, a lot of, I'm even hearing of polyamory, bisexuality, group sex. I just feel that no one showed their true face in this situation whatsoever. And this is another reason. Oh wow, they corrected. They said this is the main reason that this is imploding so much, because there is so much that these individuals want to hide. Wow, thank you, Spirit. If the truth of what was going on with this divine masculine, or what this divine masculine was doing with this group of karmics came out, it would destroy quite a few people. But again, I'm really feeling that there's a lot of people that are already aware of this. And this is why that karmic masculine, karmic feminine, that divine masculine that was supposed to have been your counterpart, General Collective, that's why they're in this 5 of coins. And this is why they're offering themselves out the way that they are. They're exposing themselves for all to see. And believe me, everybody sees it, but not for the reason that they're hoping for. And with this Magician card, this Queen of Swords can no longer manipulate the situation, and neither can the karmic masculine that's involved in this mask. I'm hearing it's been pulled off. So whatever it was that they were doing in the dark, under the cover of the moon, whatever deals they accepted, right, that were watched over by these devils, these demons in the corner, it has all come back on them. And this General Collective is why the energy is the way that it is. This is why people are lying on each other. They're making up stories, trying to protect each other. There are individuals I'm hearing that want to talk to this divine feminine, but because of their own involvement in whatever group activity it was that took place, whatever knowledge, if this is a family, whatever knowledge it is that they had about this, whatever they say, basically it shows that they were involved as well. And I think, General Collective, when you do get the full truth, because I feel that the full truth is coming to you, which is why the cards have been the way that they've been, you're going to be shocked. Because sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and here it definitely is, because whomever this divine masculine, this emperor energy was, this distorted divine masculine, this distorted emperor, he literally let his penis take over his logic. He allowed himself to be corrupted by greed. He let himself get seduced. He made the choice, the decision to walk away from you. He and whoever this Queen of Swords is are now experiencing poverty. 5 of coins. And again, she's lost the emotional energy as the Queen of Cups. She's now a Queen of Swords because she knows it's about survival, because they've all been seen for the magicians that they are, the different faces that they wore when they used the people that they used, sexually and otherwise. But I do feel from this card, again, and again, that mask. They wore a different mask with whomever they were with, and it didn't matter whether it was male or female. I feel that, sexual-wise, again, a lot of bisexual, it feels like a lot of group sex, a lot of coming together. And if it's not based around sex, around sexual activities, there could have been a lot of drug use as well. I'm getting that coming up from the cards as well, because the moon also represents delirium, delusions, right? Things not appearing as they are. So maybe there was a lot of excessive drug use that was going on with this distorted emperor and with these karmics. Again, however it resonates. But either way, they have been discovered. Their activities are known. Notice, not even discovered. Their activities are known. So again, whatever they thought it was that they did in the dark that was hidden, It's not hidden. It's not hidden. The temptations, the seductions, the deceptiveness, the manipulations, it's all out there. Wearing a different mask depending on who the individual was with, right? And again, it seems that this divine masculine, it wasn't just with women, he was with men as well. And again, I feel that these karmics probably were switching partners as well. Maybe it was something that was, either way, I think you guys get it and probably now understand why it's such an energetic mess over there, to say the least. So I hope this reading made sense. This was my very first time using this deck. Again, it's called the Tarot of Forbidden Dreams, in case you're interested in Googling it, looking it up. It's from Geneva. It's absolutely beautifully decorated. The card interpretations are sound. Again, the images for some of you might be a little bit too much, but if you're able to appreciate the beautiful artwork and the messages that they bring, you know, it's a completely worthwhile deck to have. So sending you all of the love and light, everyone. I hope this reading resonated with you, and I will see you all again on the next reading. Namaste.